My name is Rich Sudo, and I'm the executive director of LEAP. It's not always about absorbing academic content, but it's about learning something about yourself, learning something about your community, learning something about another community, learning something about history, but doing that learning through an experiential, artistic opportunity. I went to public school in a town outside of New York City where I feel like I was surrounded by a community of people that gave me a lot of support. My work with young people and working in the nonprofit sector started over 20 years ago when I was considering a career change and doing a lot of volunteer work that I enjoyed, but decided that it was really time for me to dedicate myself to community work, which I cared so much about, in particular, working with young people. There was a time when I began to realize that some of the opportunities I had in my upbringing were some things that many young people might actually be excluded from having in their life. So when I think about the work I do today, I think about the fact that I was a young person who might not have recognized all of my potential, and how people in my life helped me recognize it. And I think about the idea that an organization like LEAP really embodies some of those same elements, where we're a facilitator of the dreams of a lot of the young people that come to the program. And that without the involvement of LEAP, it's possible that some of those young people might not have seen what's most important about the gifts they have, might not have had that opportunity to pursue a passion that they did because they were part of our organization. We were invited to present a mural that was created by young people in LEAP at the Bronx Borough President's Office. We were also asked to make sure that there was a young person there able to represent this mural. And I was fortunate enough to be there with a young lady, a newer immigrant to this country from Honduras. The young lady shared with me that she was not going to be able to speak at the podium, and she asked me if I would make the comments for the mural presentation. The Bronx Borough President gave a beautiful, dynamic presentation of the murals that we were there to present. And the young lady was so inspired by the words of the Bronx Borough President, who she admired. After expressing more than one time that she was not going to be able to make that speech, and she stepped up to the podium and had written an impromptu speech on her phone in real time that was so powerful and so beautifully explained the inspiration for the mural she created. She expressed gratitude for the LEAP staff members that had been a part of that project with her, and the idea that she hopes that the mural they presented, which was about addressing violence in their community, would make the change that the piece of art was intended to address. Her speech about that mural was an incredible source of pride about the power of art. This premise that LEAP is based on, which is that you could create a structure, surround young people with grown-ups who care about them immensely, opportunities where young people can gain skills to learn and grow in a meaningful way and see themselves moving toward mastery at something. And then having the pride of being able to perform or display or present that mastery, that great work that they've worked so hard to develop. When young people are given the opportunity to create, and to create in ways that amplify their voice about something they care about, they can do anything. And they can do it because they're inspired by their creative talents and the support of people that care about them.